Hi guys, welcome to another quick guidance video. Today I will talk about how do you analyze mock tests and specifically for the examinations related to MBA, for example CAT, SAT, GMAT, etc. So first things first, when you are analyzing a mock test, ensure that you do it within 1 or 2 days of attempting it because that ways you will remember your thought process while you were attempting the mock, and the overall aim is to better that thought process. So when you remember it, you will be able to analyze it and see what you were thinking when you were giving the exam, because I know a lot of people feel that exam after giving the exam you are able to solve most of the questions, but while giving the exam your thought process is completely different. So we need to analyze and better that thought process. Secondly, again, for analyzing that thought process, ensure that whatever rough sheets, etc., that you had when you were working or attempting that mock test, just keep them safe so that when you are analyzing it, you can open it up and see whether you made some silly mistake somewhere or assumed something that was not needed, etc. Again, try to do it in one go. So have a sitting of 2 to 4 hours. Try to analyze the entire 3 hour mock test in one go, because that will generally help you see how your thought went from the VARC section till the QA section. Then, in case you have a little bit of less time, it is better that you focus on the questions that you did not attempt or the ones that you got wrong. And in case you have more time, you can also look at the questions in which you spent more time than necessary. For example, in any quant question, if you spent say 3 or 4 minutes, then that is a bit too much. So you should analyze what you did there, what kind of strategy you applied over there, and what was the actual steps that should have been applied. So now I will talk about all the three sections separately. First, coming to VARC section. In this section, specifically for the reading comprehensions, it is necessary that you go back and think, what did I think of this passage? Okay, and then look at the questions, just like for a small summary of the passage. Try to remember that, or you can read that passage again if needed. Then go to the questions that you got wrong and see why you picked that particular option and why not the other option. What made you eliminate the other options? That will give you the exact thought process that went from reading the passage to inferring it and to again putting it out in the questions. Then you can look at the solution to identify what was the author's thought process. So basically what happens in RC specifically is that you need to think from the author's perspective, and you need to build this ability to think from the author's perspective. So that will only come when you first think that what was your perspective in inferring the passage and answering the questions, and what did the author think about it. So you will learn quite a bit from it, that why did the author eliminate that particular option which you had chosen. So hopefully this will help you along the lines later on. In VA, you will have to solve the question again. Just solve the entire question again. There are only 10 odd questions of VA, and see again that what is the right answer, and mostly they have given the description of why is that the right answer. So just read about it, and if there are any conceptual errors that you have, that something in grammar, something new that you are learning, etc., just try to note them down somewhere so that you can always remember them. Then coming to LRDI, in these questions, take the sets that you did not attempt or that you got wrong. Suppose out of 4 questions you got 3 wrong. So take these type of sets, put a timer of 8 to 10 minutes, and then solve the question again. A lot of time what happens in LRDI is that people are able to solve the set when they are not giving the exam. So you realize that there was so much pressure on you in the exam that you were not able to solve it. Once you are able to solve it without pressure, you yourself will gain more confidence in yourself, and you will be able to perform better in the next mock test. So this is essential. That is why I try to do it with a timer, because you will get used to the timer pressure kind of a thing when you are even analyzing your mock tests. So this is like really important. Also ensure that the rough sheet that you had, just see that what did you do wrong, because sometimes Even while I was giving mock test, in the hurry of solving the set, I would quickly, assume something or make some inference which was not really true. So you will realize that these things, like just by hurrying a little bit, you make a lot of silly mistakes, which is something that is not needed. So practice can help you overcome these small assumptions or mistakes that you make. In quant, again, you will have to solve the questions, preferably with a timer. Try to keep a maximum timer of 1.5 or 2 minutes. Again, while analyzing the entire section, if you feel that there are any new formulae that you're coming across that you do not know, try to keep a formula sheet and put the new formulae down there, because that will help you later on when you are revising quant very quickly. So you will be able to revise all the formulae. For a sample formula sheet, you can look at my Quora blog post, and I have given my formula sheet. I just clubbed everything topic wise, so all geometry was together, numbers was together, etc. So try to make something like that for yourself, and you can revise it very easily as well. Check for any kind of silly mistakes that you have done. So most of the coaching institutes give you that this question was easy, this was very easy, this was medium, etc. Specifically for questions that were easy and very easy, which you were not able to solve, or which you attempted incorrectly, try to look at those questions. And when you are attempting them again, there's a high likelihood that you do the silly mistake again. So that is what I also experienced. And doing them again and then seeing that I made this mistake and this very silly mistake in the exam, and again I'm doing it, means that I am not concentrating on the question fully. Maybe I'm in a hurry, maybe I just want to tick mark a question and move next, maybe I feel the time pressure, etc. Just doing the question again will make you realize that this is a silly mistake that you tend to repeat. So that means once you have identified your mistake, then it becomes easier to rectify it. So the overall idea of analyzing mock tests is essentially that you kind of have to do almost all the questions again, at least the ones that you did wrong or did not attempt. And even though this might seem that this is taking a lot of time, this is what helps you eventually in becoming better, because just attempting mock test and seeing the solution will not really help you unless you analyze that what you were thinking, why you chose the option that you did, etc. That is the only way that will help you better your attempt in the next time. So I hope that this will help you, and just start attempting mock tests as soon as possible. Do not try to wait for the time when you have completed your syllabus, etc. Try to attempt it as soon as you have decided that you are going to give CAT. Attempt your first mock test. You will not only realize where you are on an overall percentile basis, you will be able to learn quickly, a bit quicker than just analyzing your mistakes. Because if we just start studying everything and completing the syllabus, we do not know what really our weaknesses are or what our strengths are. So in order to optimally use the time that you have for your preparation, it is essential to know what is your weakness, what are the things that you do wrong, and how do you improve that. So I hope that this helps you. And in case you like these videos, just let me know in comments. Just share it with anyone you feel who might benefit out of these. Also, in case you want me to make any video on any other topic, just mention in comments below. And see you soon. Bye bye.